But it's just, was this the mine? Maybe it's trying to calculate shadows in the branch mine. There's a branch mine at the bottom near the bedrock, where I've been taking the diamonds and gold and redstone and all that, and I've been getting cobblestone. Maybe it's trying to figure out the... So in there's kind of a lot of tunnels and a lot of torches. So maybe it's trying to figure out all the shadows underground. Maybe that's the issue. Like there's like a kind of a network of tunnels down there. Maybe I'll go down there and have a look actually. Let me just put my stuff away. And put some logs under the trees, and then I'll come back and have a look. Alright, what am I doing? Steps and stairs. Alright, so these blocks go here. And these go somewhere around here. Unless they're... Nope, those are wooden... Wait a minute, wooden slabs go there. Oh, that's right. I thought I had wooden slabs as well. Must have put them back there, never mind. Dirt. Nope, there. Dirt. And then stone. We used a bit of stone for this project, and I still have a bit of stone. Nothing for a huge project, but enough for a few small things. Let's put the sand back. Alright, what else? We got... Nope, no flowers, no bones. Wait a minute. Why don't I have... Oh, spider eye, there we go. Spider eyes and string. And somewhere around here... Bones. There we go, bones. And I might as well get that and iron. Where's my iron? Iron. Nope, it's redstone. Wait a minute, where's my... Oh, iron. And anything else? No, that's... Alright, that's restocked. Let me just grab some logs. I just don't want the, like there's a few trees that intrude into the path a little bit, into the trench. I just don't want them to be like standing on a pillar of dirt, so I'm gonna replace the dirt with the logs so that it looks like it's a tall tree growing from the bottom of the trench. Even though that doesn't make sense either way, because the trees are older than the trench, and so the trench will be dug after the trees have grown, so there's really no reason why the trees would extend all the way down to the bottom of it. So there's no logic to it, but I think it just looked better. If you think about it, it's actually not logical, but it might look a little bit more convincing, even though it's not actually. I've talked about roads a lot, and I won't talk about it again too much right now. And I haven't built roads myself in my own world for a long time. Because the way I saw it was that I haven't actually made any builds yet. And so there's nothing to join the roads to. And if I build the roads before I do the builds, then I might, not have enough space for the builds and all that. Anyway, so that was the logic. Usually in the real world, the roads come before the builds. But, I really, even though I understand the value of roads, I'm still slightly surprised by how... Once I build the roads, I use them a lot. Like before I had the roads, I just kind of walk over the grass and the hills and all that. And there was never a problem. But once I had the roads in place, I just walk over them all the time. Like I just use them all the time. Which is interesting. Alright, so there's those trees. I think that looks a bit more convincing. Kind of more convincing. Maybe. Is it close enough? Alright. Close enough. So there's the hollow mountain during the rain. Cool. It's a bit of a shame about the water though. I was walking back there, behind the waterfall, the artificial waterfall. Actually, let me go over there. The fact that the water is not really transparent, even though it's only 1 block thick, it's a bit disappointing. Let me just walk back here and show you what I mean about the water effects. Like, it looks really, like, it reflects well, it looks good when it's a pond of water, but when it's falling water like this... See, that's just weird, right? Why is it so dark? There's no reason why it should be so dark. And even if there's like a torch... Look, there's torches all the way back there. So there's no reason why you can't see the torches through the water. But that's how it works, so that's a bit disappointing there. So it should be a lot brighter back there. You should be able to kind of see through the water, and the water should be semi-transparent. But not really. Not really. Maybe... Like, I think it should... I think they should adjust the opacity of the water depending on how deep it is. I don't know though, it might be a lot to ask. Actually, now that I talk about it, I remember in Half-Life 2, I think in one of the... Like, if you go through the developer commentaries for Half-Life 2, I don't remember if it's Half-Life 2 or if it's Lost Coast, but one of them was talking about how, you know, the water was a new technology, and they talk specifically about how the deeper the water was, the darker it appeared, but the more shallow the water, the more it reflected. What is that red? Oh, that's just the balloon. So the more shallow the water was, the more it became transparent. So the transparency changed depending on how deep the water is. And they talked about that as a really amazing new graphics technology. I know Half-Life 2 is pretty old these days, but just kind of saying that, just to point out that it's not a trivial thing to make water look realistic, in the sense that, you know, if it's shallow, or if there's a thin curtain of water, then it should be almost transparent. But if there's a large volume of water, or thick, you know, volume of water, then it should be, you know, opaque, and you can't see through it. So it's not an easy thing. It's not a trivial thing to do graphically. That's what I'm trying to say. So maybe it's a lot to ask for. So here, so they've only done one. So they've only kind of made the thick water look right. They haven't made the thin water look right with this shader mod for Minecraft. Which, as I keep saying, is a bit of a shame, because they use water in a number of different places, and it just doesn't look all that good. Let me just try options, shaders, specular map off. Ooh, wow, I thought I crashed the game. Okay, the water is still reflecting. The water is still... Actually, I might have desynchronized the game, because when it changed it kind of paused for a long time. Let me turn that back on. Let's see if it glitches again. Yep. Okay, so that might have desynchronized the audio, because the game kind of just paused for a second while it switched the specular. So it's not the specular maps that's doing the water thing. How do the shaders? I don't know if I can adjust the shaders in the settings here. Anyway, so I think that's a bit of an issue. I hope they manage to figure that out in later versions of this shader pack. I mean, it'd be really good. I mean, I know, as I said, I know I'm asking for a lot, but the fact that, you know, it's this, like, the fact that it's this dark, it should only be this dark if it's like 3 blocks deep or something. If it's only like 1 block deep, it shouldn't really be that dark. It should be almost transparent. Alright, so let's put the rest of the stuff back, and then I'll just, before I finish recording, I'm gonna go down to... Where are my chests? Oh, here it is. I'm gonna go down into the branch mine and see if there's any issues down there with the new shaders. I think I need a sword. I think there might be slimes down there. The fact that it's lagging when I look down, I mean, that's the only thing I can think of. The only really complex thing that's down there is the branch mine. And there's really nothing I can do about it if that is the problem. What is this? Smite? Fire aspect? Knockback 2? That's a pretty badass sword, look at that. Let me just grab this. Because we probably have to deal with slimes. Fire is also a bit red. That might be a texture thing, but it's really red for some reason. Shouldn't fire be more yellow than that? Oh, it depends. It depends on the fire. That's right. So it depends on the temperature of the fire, and it depends on what's burning as well. So some things like burn a different color, like certain things will burn green or purple, which is how they make fireworks. That cow is still there. Have I told you guys? So there used to be, I think there still is. Oh, no, I think that's the only one left. So there used to be animals down there. Back when animals still spawned randomly and not just gonna stay alive. So that cow spawned. So it was in between the update. So it used to be in Minecraft, animals just spawn wherever there's light and grass. And they would despawn over time the same way hostile mobs do. And then they switched over to a model or a system where the animals would just stay alive. You can breed them. So you couldn't breed them before, but they would spawn out by themselves. And that cow was caught in the middle between one and the next. So I guess I saved the game when the animals still spawn randomly, and then I loaded it back up after the update. So that cow never despawns. But the cow used to be down. It spawned down there, and it swam up the water, because whenever animals go into water, they just swim upwards so they don't drown, right? So it swam all the way up to the top of that water column. So now it's stuck there at the bottom of that glass at the top of this water column, and it's been there ever since. And no other animals will spawn down here anymore, so it's not going to get any friends doing the same thing. So it's a pretty special cow. It's like those glitch trees. It's like one of these old things that don't happen anymore. So that's a pretty unique cow. That's a really special cow there. It's pretty funny, actually. Alright, so here we are. Oh, I can turn off depth fog, I think. Is depth fog still there? Wait a minute, there's no depth fog. Did I turn it off already? Video settings, I must have. Details, depth fog on. Huh. Fog moves closer at bedrock levels by default. So there should be depth fog. Maybe they reduced it, because there isn't much that I can... No, there's no depth fog. Maybe it's not in the shaders mod. Anyway, I'm happy. I don't like depth fog. There doesn't seem to be any frame rate issues down here. So I don't know what it means. Because look, when I was up at the surface and I looked down, and it lagged whenever I looked down around the courtyard. So I thought that means that maybe it's lagging because I'm trying to, I'm looking in this direction and seeing all these lights and all these chambers and everything. But now that I'm down here and I'm looking around, there's no lag down here. So I don't know what it means. I honestly don't know what it means. Oh, well, that's that, I guess. I can't really think of what's going on. Alright, well, that ends our video. For now, we built a road and enjoyed our new shaders mod. Thanks, Sonic Ether. Somebody send him a cookie. Maybe I should send him a cookie on the Minecraft forums. Alright, I don't know what I'll do next. I honestly haven't been playing Minecraft very much, even though I do enjoy playing Minecraft and building stuff. Let's walk back up and then I'll end the video. That cow. That's a pretty special cow. I mean, it would happen from time to time before the update, because animals would spawn down there to swim up. But this one got caught between the updates. That's a really lucky cow. It's gonna stay there for all time. That cow. Oh, he never falls off too. Like you think, maybe animals are stupid and eventually they just kind of fall off. No, he just doesn't move. Just stays there and is safe. Alright, I'll end the video here. I'll see you guys when I see you guys. Look at these shadows, it's amazing. Oh, I did turn down the quality of the shadows to maintain the frame rates. I don't know if you turn them up again. Look, this is so here 2.25, 0.33 is slightly better shadows. You can see how the shadows are pixely. I've never really had a problem with pixely shadows, to be honest. I guess it doesn't look as good. You can turn it up. Shaders. You can turn it up to 1, which is the default. And you see it's kind of really sharp shadows there. It looks pretty good, right? But we do shave off like 10 frames per second doing that. So, not sure if it's worth it. I guess if I want to take screenshots, I just turn it up. So we just turn this back down to, what was it, 0.25? Yeah, it's a bit pixely. It's a bit glitchy and weird. I think it's fine. Don't have a big deal. Don't have a big problem with that. Alright, I'll see you guys.